Hey guys, it's me, Cruel, back again with another reaction video on the channel, and today we have Deep Dive episode 17 with Girlsday again with I Miss You. And this is a ballad song from my understanding, from what I've seen when I looked it up, and still produced by the same person that produced Darling and Something, so definitely songs that are not at all ballads, so I'm pretty interested how this is gonna sound like. This is, from my understanding, also the very first Girlsday ballad title track. If I remember correctly, they only had a few ballads in like OST songs, but not for title tracks. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's the case. So I'm not so sure what to expect, like if it's like a slow ballad or like a more an epic ballad with like high notes and like belting. I would probably think it's more the latter because that's what, you know, Sojin and Mina can do really well. But let's find it out. Let's see. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do daily K-pop reactions on here, and this series Deep Dive is a series where I react to a group or artist that you guys voted for in my community tab, and I react to basically every song from them. I have never heard anything before I started the series from this particular artist, and I'm going in order from debut till most recent song. So I'm in 2014 now with I Miss You. This is also a song that was not promoted, so I think that's kind of the explanatory fact why this is only having 14 million views and not that many compared to the songs before this where they had like 50 or 38 million views, so much more than this. This is probably not as widely known as some other Girlsday songs, but we're still gonna check it out since we check out everything on this series. So, one last thing before we get started with the video, I do have a Patreon. Quick shout out to my lineup of June. Thank you so much for the continued support. And special shout out goes out to Photo Yatna, Korean Big Minion, and Mias Urbans. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to see more from me, like live stage reactions, TV show reactions, K-drama reactions, and more, you can find the link to my Patreon in the comment section, in the description of this video, or on my website, cultimo.com. And you can check out what I reacted to on there in the past already, which is a lot. And yeah, I hope to see you around there if you're interested. Now let's check out the member review for a quick second before we get started with the reaction to the music video, because you know, I always do this with member reviews to help me out a little bit. We have Yura with the long dark brown hair. Harry, it seems like I think still has the short hair here. And then Sojin still has like blonde, and Mina went back to blonde in a way, but they both have kind of like darker blonde. Both with ponytails in a way, so, but they do have very unique faces. I think I'm gonna be pretty easy with the faces here in this era. So let's put this on the second screen and let's watch the music video 2 times, of course, as per usual. Once without pausing and the second time with pausing and analyzing it a bit. Let's go. Clock sound. Staying on letters, okay. Oh. This is how we're gonna go. Ooh. Carrie with a lot of lines, apparently. And Soja now. Wow. I really love Carrie's voice here. Yo. Damn. Hi, Mina. This is a very sad vibe though, so far. I'm not sure if it changes over time, but this feels like it's gonna go sad. So yeah, they missed someone, okay. And Sojin with the pre-chorus. Oh! Hey! Harmony! Hey, this sounds great! Yo! Let's go, girls! Oh. That was good. Yura with the rap, let's go. I love rap on ballad songs. Oh my god, yes. Tiara did this a lot, and I liked it a lot. This sounds good. Nice. That was good. Nice break to the song without being too different. Oh my god. You'd seeing her cry. Mina, don't do it. If I see Mina crying, man, I might lose it. Go off, Yeri. Oh no. Oh. Mina. Wow, Soden was going off there with the crying. Either she's a great actor or she actually cried there. Oh. A bridge where they go off like rap and singing? Last ramp up from Mina? Yeah. Of course, the high note. Yes, good, go off. Wow, that's a beautiful scene with the snow. I'm also seeing Mina cry, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. She's sending it away. Ooh, the vibrato. Girl, I like her dress here. Wow, there's a lot to unpack, actually. Man, that's a beautiful shot as well. But it's basically just them lying on carpet, right? With flowers around, pretty sure. So beautiful. Okay. So, from my understanding, let's just say the character in the story is a woman, okay? I have to pick one because that makes it easy to explain what I feel like the song is about and like what is happening. So let's just say they're talking out of their own perspective, maybe even. So they were married to a person, I believe. They had the ring there, right? Maybe this is 4 different stories. That's possible, actually. Maybe they all have their own story of missing someone, and I think Sojourn was the one with the ring, so I think she maybe might have been married. Actually, that's probably more an understandable, like reasonable approach here, that they have 4 different stories going on. But they all seem to suffer through the same thing, being they wake up and they live their daily life and they can't forget the other person. They're basically saying that, yeah, they just can't get the other person out of their head, even though they have their own life going on. So they technically are, what's the word? They're busy, you know, their mind is busy. They have stuff to do. But still, despite that, they still keep thinking about the other person. So we're gonna watch it again and just kind of try to analyze more. Was it a sister recommended there? Interesting. I like the song though. This is a very soft and obviously very sad song, but vocally this is beautiful. Also, the scene with the snow at the end, I forgot, but we're gonna get to it later, of course. I believe that's actually like a flashback to all of their good times, like good memories together, right? Oh. When I open my eyes, I'm crying. We used to be together, yeah. I wonder if the reason why she's hugging the clock like that is like trying to turn back time or something. Harry sounds so good here. Yeah, I don't need to screenshot at all. At all. Just closed it. It's really easy in this, because they don't really change hairstyles either and outfits, you know. I have to say, she looks so good with the curly in her hair. Man, just go with the curliness all the time. I actually don't dislike her straight short hair in this one. I remember disliking it in another era though, beforehand. But here, actually looking pretty good. But still, the curly looks much better, I think. It's just a nice flair. And she's writing a letter, Sojourn, right? Where she puts in the ring later. Yeah. You. Oh, the vocals here. I try to smile. but I want to cry, basically. That won't be nice to me anymore. Wait, the way they worded though. Wait, that's weird. The way they worded it feels like they cut off. And then once the other person is nice again to them, they remembered of good times and they're like, man, shit, I actually want you back now because you're nice and it remembers me of the good times. So it feels like they are trying to forget the other person, right? They're trying to just erase them. And for whatever reason, it just kind of gives me the feeling that they here actually were the person that cut off, you know? The character, the main character in the story, that the girls that we're hearing the story from, I feel like they are the person that cut off the other one. So it's kind of like saying, I miss you, but I want to forget you. But it drives me crazy that I can't do it easily. Kind of like that. And then she just said, you hurt me. So I wonder maybe if something bad happened. Maybe like the other person cheated and that's why they broke up. So that will make a lot of sense in this context, because then, of course, you want to forget that other person and you want to move on. But it's hard because when they're nice to you again, you remember the good times and not the bad times. And, you know, okay, I think I get that, if that is kind of like what is going on here. But then again, if it's actually 4 different stories, that just might be one of them. Might be your story, but might not be the other story. Then again, Sojin was the only one with the ring. So I feel like there's probably different layers to this for each story. Aww. But them, seeing them cry is not easy, man. Especially Mina here. My girlie. That's always so happy and bubbly. Man. Don't. Man. Making me a bit emotional here. Oh, she threw away the letter. Wait, was that Sojin? Yeah. Oh. Is it that she wrote a letter? I wish I could read what is saying in there actually. Then she realized it's not right, or she can't do it, or whatever. And then I think at the end she only sent the other person the ring back. So she didn't actually write a letter, she only put the ring in the empty envelope, I think. Because she didn't write another letter, right? This is a cool shot. You know, she's supposedly lying there for a long time already. Oh no, she's writing again. Sojin's crying as... Even Yura's crying. Didn't notice. Oof. I know it, man. Here is smile though. No, don't do that. Don't show me that. No, I wanna hug her, man. It's a cool outro because, to me, she is the only one with the ring. So she supposedly is the only one that was married, right? Out of the 4. So she probably was way more committed to the person. Like, it's hard to compare, of course, but let's just roughly say she was more committed to the person and maybe spent more time with the person, like in years, than the other 3. And it also gives off like a more mature and like experienced type of a moment, right? With someone that is divorced now, to have this emotion and let go someone that they were married with and still kind of like. It's a really tough one. And it's nice that they ended off with that and like have this outro vocal, kind of like the vocal is not at all like a relieving or happy one. It's like still really sad, and so it just ends on a sad note. But it's nice at the end that on Sojun's story and also the voice. Her voice really fits that well, because you can tell how well she, puts the emotion into her voice, where she sounds really hurt and sad. Man, that was an emotional roller coaster, dude. Seeing them all cry was not easy, especially Mina for me, right? And Sojun did really well with the crying too. Like, she's either great at acting that, or she actually got into the mood and actually cried for real. But that looked pretty real, nonetheless. Yeah, but I think I said everything. I actually had a lot of input already while watching, so I don't want to make the afterthoughts here, the section too long. I could talk about the song more so than the story and the message. Actually, it didn't really talk about the message there. What is the message? I don't think there's really a message. They just kind of wanted to let out the emotions here, I feel like. For the song itself, I do like this ballad a lot because it's a more calm ballad. It's more classical, right? It's almost as classic as a classical ballad can get. Very, very few things going on in instrumental, slow tempo, not really much belting going on. We have one high note from Mina there, I think going into the last chorus it was, if I remember correctly. But other than that, not really much going on there. We have a rap section, which is really, really cool because I love rap in like slow ballads, and that sounded great. Her voice suited that really well as well. So props to you right there. And yeah, overall, this was great. I really enjoyed myself. Like, very, very different, honestly, before going into this and before informing myself about the song. And, sure, it's called I Miss You and stuff, but before I read that it's a ballad song, I was not really expecting them to actually have ballad as a title track. That's one thing I can talk about here for sure. It's unexpected because the last few songs have been everything else but a ballad, and I don't think they ever had an actual ballad title track. I read this was not promoted on music shows, so guess they did just something for funsies. But still, it's pretty not risky in a way, but it's kind of risky, I guess you could say. Because I remember, for example, one of these nights by Red Velvet. I recently reacted to that like a few months ago, and I talked about this type of thing in Direction as well. It's a ballad, sure. The Red Velvet song had like a very specific type of motive to do the song, for that incident that happened with the ferry, I think it was, or something. So they really wanted to get that across and make a song about that. So it was a one-time thing, basically. I don't think they had many other title track ballads, Red Velvet, but I also talked about it that it's quite risky in terms of like promotion basis, right, and becoming popular. And my light just turned out. Sorry for that, but it doesn't really matter. It's the end of Direction anyway. But yeah, it's pretty risky, especially for Ghost Day here, because it's not a special occasion they made this song for. It feels like a song that you and I, everybody can kind of relate to. So it's not something over the top special. It's just like it's a ballad. That's it. But as a title track, though, pretty crazy. But yeah, that's it for my reaction video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like on the video to support me, and subscribe if you have not yet. And let me know what you think about the song yourself in the comment section, and what you think about, ballads as title tracks. Do you think that's risky? Do you think that's fine? Or do you think like, yeah, they do have a disadvantage, but switching it up at times is cool, and a ballad as title track kind of like highlights different, I guess, aspects and skills a group can have, right? Because people that maybe don't listen to B-sides, they never would know that Girls' Day makes great ballads, but now they know with this title track. So maybe that's something you're of an opinion. So let me know, and have a nice day. Peace.